Well. And we're back with Unforgettable Conversations, season 5, boys. Today we got episode
3,
4.
Yeah, 3. No,
4. Episode 4.
How many did you guys do? With
It's episode 4.
episode 4?
with Nathan and Rich.
2 of them.
Okay.
They did 1 and 2.
They did 1 and 2. Then we have 3, and then we have
I did 3. I didn't.
that's Lito's room
What?
solo podcast.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thanks for the invite.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure the
But today
Brothers
we
are
got-
gonna like that one.
Today we got Eli in the house.
Hey.
How you doing, Eli?
I'm dandy.
You look like a drag queen.
Wow.
Just
I mean,
right off
sorry.
the bat.
Was that-
drama queen. Drama queen.
wow.
Yeah.
Those buttons look like they're crying out for help right there.
Oh, we shouldn't be talking about buttons right now.
They're attached.
Of all
Good.
buttons, we
That's
should.
why I'm wearing the
There's-
Are
t-shirt.
you still wearing Velcro on there?
There's a
T-shirt.
there's a reason those first 3 aren't buttons right there.
Alex is over there with the faja on.
My fuck, huh?
It's
You can see
too
it?
early, it's too early.
Exactly.
You're
So
not supposed to see it.
Anyways.
Eli.
Joel.
Eli.
Joel.
What is CLC? I've heard it so much, I don't know what it is.
It's a cult.
It's
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, you sell your soul.
Mm-hmm.
You cut your finger. I still cut mine every day. I give
Mm.
blood to. You don't believe me, do you?
Can we
No, I
clip
don't believe you,
that?
but for a
Can we
second, I
just
was
clip
like,
that part? Let's just clip that part and post that.
oh, as a little clip.
Like it's a cult.
It's a cult.
Cult.
No, Christian Life Center is.
Oh.
That's what it stands for. Christian Life Center. It's my church that I grew up in.
So it's a cult, though. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's the church I was from. I'm originally from Ventura. I was born in Ventura.
Oh, you were.
Then I moved to Stockton when I was like, I want to say 12 or 13. Moved out there, and then I got connected to CLC, Christian Life Center, that's the church I was raised in. Got into ministry and all that good stuff. Then got into went to high school. We have our own school, elementary, junior high, and high school. So I went to school there, private school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a big church.
Is it pricey? So you said it's private school, right?
That one, yeah, it wasn't like. I mean, I don't remember. My parents paid for it, so.
Like, can Alex's kids eventually go there, or
Alex's
There'll be a
kids. Not Alex.
background check.
Alex,
Not
no.
There'll be a
Alex.
background
Too
check
late
for
for
his
that.
kids, but no, yeah, I mean, anyone can go there. It's. I think it's pretty reasonable. It's not. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. It's a good sized school. It's not your typical high school where it's like thousands of kids. You know,
Yeah.
it's like my senior class was 40 kids.
40.
And
Oh,
that was
okay.
the
Wow.
largest senior class. I think to this day.
Ever?
Yeah, to this day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like 40, 45 kids. So it's not a big school.
No.
Like, you know, some classes get they'll be large, some are small. You know, but it was a cool little school to be in.
that's cool. That's cool. And is it a college as well?
There's a college there as well. Yeah,
Is that separate, or is that part of it?
part of the.
Like you said, it's
Well, because it's a church and it's a college.
So
right?
the church. So here, the kind of the culture of CLC is you have the church, which is the main hub of everything. Through the church, you have a college. You have your high school, elementary, junior high. They have a radio station. They have a bookstore, a library. It's
You got a
Everything.
podcast?
Like a little
Damn.
community. Kind
yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Oh,
like that,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's a pretty big campus there. But
Restaurant.
everything revolves around Christian
Cafe.
Life Center. So
right.
I think they do actually have a cafe. Actually, it's probably within the college. But a lot's changed since I've been there. It's been a long time since I've been.
right.
Yeah, but I was there for a long time. I was there about 17 years. I served.
Oh, okay.
I served on their
Dang.
one of their youth leaders. I helped with their college and career for a little bit.
Did you graduate from there?
No,
from college, or
unfortunately,
no?
sorry, CLC. I dropped out many times. Jumped back in, dropped out. I just recently went back, going online.
Oh, nice.
How many years does it take to graduate there?
Well, it's just like a regular college.
Like 4 years?
4 years.
4 years.
Or like
2 years, 4 years, whatever.
My question is what are the there's specific majors in ministry, right? Or what is it?
Like you have Bible theology, you have your music degree there. Now they're fully accredited. They weren't accredited back in my day, but now they're fully accredited. Like Olive got her full credentials there. I don't know what she went to school for, but you can go to school there now for like Bible theology with the emphasis of like business. They have more of a curriculum there that you can have stuff to take into.
So that's why you're going back.
No.
He's like, they finally became accredited. I'm gonna go back get my
They didn't
degree.
even want me back. They're like, oh, let's see this guy. I used to owe a bill. I know I owed a
Really?
bill from back like in 2004.
Like library bill or like
No, like my tuition
Pass
bill.
through Bible?
I
Pass
still-
through?
Pass
they're like,
through
you want to
Bible?
come back? You got some debt you got to pay off here.
You got to return that Bible.
your sins were forgiven, but not your.
Yeah, your sins are forgiven, but your debt's not
but
forgiven.
your debt-
Yeah, no, but I had the majority of my years were there, and I owe CLC a lot because kind of taught me everything about ministry, discipline and prayer, Bible, all that good stuff. It's a great church. It's like a little city within a city.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a culture that you're just surrounded in. It's like I call it a hub. They train so many people and send them out.
Okay.
It's a cool place. Every year they have a conference called Landmark. You guys,
Oh, yeah, we've heard about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's part of them.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a church over there that was
Doing an
connected
event.
with them.
No, that's the actual church.
Oh,
Yeah. The Landmark kind of promotes the college as well. That's where they make their big push and everything. But Landmark has been around. This past year was their 50th year of doing this conference.
Of doing the
Yeah.
conference. It was in February, right?
Yeah, it's like at the end of January, February. It goes in that time.
I remember that.
Yeah, like I love Landmark. It's a different kind of feel than what we're used to. But I always tell people you got to go at least experience one.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're awesome. It's a great time.
We got to do a road trip
We'll
for
go
next time.
next time.
No, you guys really, you guys, and you're still single. You need a
Well,
girlfriend.
not anymore. But
not anymore.
Wow, you got a girlfriend?
yeah,
He's got a wife.
Wow. How did that happen?
this is the hard launch, I guess.
This is a hard
Hard
This is the
launch.
hard launch, I guess.
Announce
Do
it
I
on the
know
podcast.
I think so.
I'm not related to them.
No,
Okay, good.
He's like, no.
oh, God, no.
I'm not.
no.
That was
a
one of
hard-
the
it was a hard
requirements
no.
to not be related to Eli.
Are you related to Eli? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I got to
gotta
You're
go.
done.
No,
Wow.
not
got to
anymore.
reject that application.
Yeah, man.
There is hope.
There is hope. Yeah.
There's
There's
people
hope.
out there. Listen to me.
Hey.
It was a hopeless cause, but look God.
Hey.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself.
I'm happily married with 3 kids.
That
So-
explains the buttons.
You were so you were over there for like the majority. I guess. Well, you said 17 years,
Yeah,
right?
my teenage years and into my like early 20s. Like I moved back out here like I was like 25, 26.
What made you want to come over here?
It was just time. Like I just kind of felt like when you're living in one place so long, like at that age, you kind of want to like navigate
Explore
life.
and
explore a little bit.
Kind of like Amish people.
What?
Out of the wilderness of the
Okay.
Amish, yeah. No, like it just kind of see something new, like, and I felt like it was like it was time for me. I outgrew my surroundings,
You're a
And
butterfly.
I was a
You're
butterfly.
you're
But
tired
out
of
of
the
my
cocoon.
just
Caw.
fly out, and then
Butterflies make those
came back
Yes.
home.
Like a
I've
moth.
always wanted to come back to Ventura, for ever. I don't know, but for the time that I've been here, it's been great. So
When are you gonna move back?
sooner than later.
Whenever he gets kicked out of Ventura. Like, all right, we've had enough of
We're
you.
I
done
think
with
he's like
this.
after this episode.
After this.
After this
That
episode.
should be gone.
It's like, we're packing already?
And that's our sponsor, Christian Life Center. CLC.
Okay, no. We're not gonna. We're not promoted by them.
Landmark.
But if they want to,
We'll be there. We'll have a booth.
UNFC will have a
We'll have our
booth.
next
yeah.
season 6 there.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would be honestly that would be a pretty cool like to have a booth at like one of the district
Convention.
service
At a
or
convention.
convention.
Yeah, that would be actually pretty.
That would be awesome.
Wingman Industries.
Wingman
Wingman
Industries.
Industries, bring
2.0.
them out.
Do that 2.0.
We've been growing.
We've been growing.
You
I mean,
guys
it worked for him.
Don't even announce it. Just set up.
Just start
Yeah.
setting
Set
up.
up and start talking.
Yeah.
Sir, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Oh, we're gonna be selling veils.
Yeah.
Just put the
Yeah.
sign.
That would be a great
And
place
just
to
have
like put
fishnets.
people up. Like just random people like,
Yeah.
excuse me, sister, come here. Are you single? Yes. Brother, are you single? Yes, come here. And just,
We'll have
Come here,
props.
let's have a conversation. Give him a mic. Give him a
Yeah,
mic.
yeah. We'll have props too. We'll have like fishnets, like we're catching fish.
Ah,
That's good. Yeah.
And then a sign that says "Come with me."
What? Come with me.
follow me
Follow
Follow me.
if you want to live.
Yeah, if you want to live, where
If
two
you
or
wanna
three
live.
are gathered,
Yeah.
Oh.
we're
Yeah.
doing
and then we'll
yeah.
cross out 3. We'll just like
Part
right
two.
there.
Two.
Meet
And
me
then
at
just
the
the third's
Meet
gone.
me at the altar.
Meet me at the altar.
Yeah.
That's good.
I like that. Write it down.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, sorry.
know.
Sorry, boss.
You're supposed to take notes. Okay,
Yeah.
so you came back over here, and then you got married.
Not right away.
Not right away.
No.
How long did you wait?
I was 32 when I got married.
Did
Okay.
she know? Did she know?
Was it a shotgun wedding?
No, I knocked her out.
Oh.
Record to the altar.
Nice.
I was telling you earlier, I was like anti-relationships.
Oh, yeah?
I did not want to be in a relationship at all. I just was like, nah, I'm good. I'll die single. Just
A father, like as a.
just make babies, whatever. No,
Wait.
that's horrible.
No, I think
Oh no,
he
I
means
was
a
talking about like
father.
Catholic father.
Oh,
like-
Catholic father? Be celibate? No.
This guy's like, yo, like forget the wives. Let's just have babies.
Let's just have
Let's
babies.
do that.
No wives.
Let's just multiply. Let's skip that process.
Remember that was the goal
Multiply.
this year, like have babies and then
Oh,
get
yeah.
married.
Next year,
Yeah,
next year,
man, yeah,
next
Oh,
year.
do it
Sorry.
backwards, guys.
Yeah, do it
Yeah,
backwards.
you're doing it wrong. Doing it wrong.
No, I was just like totally not feeling it. And then I was taking you knuckleheads to camp.
Yeah.
And then that's where I met Diana, which is funny is like,
What, youth camp?
yeah, I was a youth camp. And I didn't even like really officially meet her she walked. I think it was like me, you, Daniel, Ricky. Ricky. We miss Ricky.
We miss Ricky.
We miss Ricky.
Shout out Ricky.
Rest in peace.
He's not dead.
Oh, sorry.
Not dead.
Not yet.
Alex just killed Ricky. Sorry, Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
But we were like talking about relationships, and I was like, nah, don't do it, guys. Stay single forever.
Yeah.
You know? And then
Be a padre.
become priest, guys. Way to go. And then we get to camp, we're like unloading, and I see Dinah walk by, and I was like, you know, I asked Daniel, like, who is that? And he was like, oh, that's
Who that shoddy?
yeah. And then I was like, no.
And do me a favor, just bring it down a little bit more, because these are like a little bit more specific.
Is that good?
A little bit further down. There you go.
There you go.
On your chest.
Yeah, like
you want to hear your
Say it with your
heartbeat.
chest.
When I see it with the chest.
Carry it.
Yeah, so I saw her right away. Daniel told me she was engaged.
Oh.
And like, he
Was
thought
she?
she was. No, she wasn't.
Oh,
she
she
wasn't even in a
wasn't.
relationship.
I
But
was
then
like, you
someone
split
told
that
her.
up, Eli? Like, you're a savage.
I just broke it up. Like,
You're
nope,
savage.
I'm coming through. No, I thought she was. So I didn't really talk to her. I met her briefly. We like shook hands. One of those things. I think she thought I had kids because I was like with Emma and Judah a lot. So I think she thought that at first. I was like, man, you guys killed my game, man. You know, but we really didn't hit it off until after camp. I found out she was like, you know, single, and so I did what every kid does nowadays: slid in the DMs.
Hey,
Not the IG.
It works.
I did Facebook.
Oh.
I went Facebook.
Facebook.
I went to the
El
messenger.
Face. What was your first message to her?
God bless, sister.
You know, I don't remember. I think I still have it, but I don't remember. I was just like, hey, what's up? I think something cheesy.
something slick.
Like, hey, do you know so and so? Like, just trying to
Yeah.
break conversation or something like that. But she made me work, dude. I couldn't get her phone number
up?
for like 6 months.
Wow.
Nice.
It was all through the messenger for a long time.
But she didn't live around here, right?
No, she's from Washington.
She was from Washington, yeah.
Allensburg. Yeah. Like 30 minutes from Yakima, where Rich is.
Oh,
wow.
Close to Rich Red.
Yeah. So she's from out there. But yeah, it took me a minute, and then I finally just
Yeah.
Hey,
Reeled her in.
man, nice.
wheeled her in. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Short of the guns.
Orchestra.
You know.
Show her the guns.
Which ones?
That right there. It shakes.
Oh,
It's broken right now. It broke down. That's what made her feel sorry. I'm like, look,
Nice.
I used to have muscles, but you know.
she's like, oh,
Oh, pobrecito. Oh,
Eli, she lifts you up.
come here, son. Oh. No, yeah, and then I didn't get married till 30. I was 32.
32.
Yeah. I enjoyed my 20s.
That's good.
Yeah. I think a lot of people should just enjoy your 20s. Don't feel pressured, you know, if you're not in that season of your life.
Right.
You know, because the moment you feel pressure and you do something stupid, then you're stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
then you're.
Hey, he's preaching to me right now.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
I know.
I have a word
like-
for you. No.
Hey, no.
My
True, it's true.
Padawan.
We're all looking at you, actually.
I know.
No.
My mom calls me. Hey, pon atención.
No,
We're all live.
Listen.
I don't put. I always tell people, like, especially guys, like, if you don't feel, I say qualified because I think you should be qualified
Yeah.
in that season of your life to, you know, be stable in a certain area. You don't have to have the best job or make $1,000 per check, but I mean, have responsibilities where you could support someone else, you know, and carry that burden.
Yeah.
And then you're willing to give up your freedom.
That's
in the sense of like having fun, taking random trips, doing whatever. Then you'll know. But if don't get into that. And I'm not bashing it, but don't get into the church mindset where you have to get in church, find a wife, get married young, and have kids young. And
Yeah, because you
enjoy.
waited, right?
I waited.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
I
waited.
really, I always said I didn't want to get married to my 30s. I've always said that. So I did enjoy my 20s. I traveled a lot. I went overseas. I went to different conferences. Like
You did.
know,
You even did like mission trips, right?
yeah, mission. So I
Yeah,
did
right.
mission trips.
You said you
Yeah.
went to Ethiopia.
I went to Ethiopia. Yeah, in the Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was young. I was like 18, 19 years old when I got to do that. So I remember those trips like yesterday, you know, and you don't really get that, you know. It's harder once you're married and you have kids, you know.
Yeah, those responsibilities.
Yeah, those are it changes.
time,
you know?
yeah.
Even with ministry, like I don't have the time that I used to because I would rather be in my family. You know, that's my first ministry.
Right.
You know, and so, but yeah, no, I mean, when you're ready, you know you're ready. But if don't do it prematurely because then you're gonna start regretting things.
Okay.
You know, but
That's good.
I'm not looking at you. I keep on looking over here.
No,
And actually, the spirit's just
so
like drawn
It's,
to you.
it's drawing to you. Even though there's the light
Yeah.
right there, it's like it's
no,
drawn to you.
low key, Eli, like what you're saying, it's like, wow, okay, it's very eye opening
Hitting
because
home.
yeah, it's hitting home because I'm like, I'm in my 20s and obviously, like I see around people getting
Wait, hold on.
already.
Should we hold hands and talk about that?
I think we should.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like a
now I
moment.
wanna hold-
Why are you
What-
sweating?
What the heck?
I feel a moment right now.
I feel. Oh
Why
my
are your
gosh.
hands cold?
my hands are always cold.
You're dying.
You're dying.
I'm low-key, like I'm low-key.
I feel no
lacking
pulse.
oxygen.
No, but yeah, no. Everything you said is just like, hey, it hits home. It's pretty good, you know, and not just to me, but I'm sure to all other people. You know, girls and guys in the church. You know, it's an important thing to mention to them that it's not all about like you're not gonna have like that. That I see it this way where sometimes people think like, oh, you need to have a family, you need to have a spouse to be something, to be worth something.
Yeah.
But I think it's like that's not it. You know, that's not gonna fulfill you. That's not gonna make you the perfect Christian or perfect individual.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it goes with like you have to find yourself. You're no earthly good to someone else if you're lost. And I'm not talking about sin. I'm just talking about like who you are as a man. You know,
Identity.
Yeah, your identity. Who are you? Who's Alex? When you can define yourself, it's easier to connect with somebody. Because if you're in a relationship and you're both lost in the sense of like we don't
trying
know,
to figure it
we're
out.
trying to figure, it's harder to build that relationship of like that close niche because you're just you're both lost. And so it's important. Like take time. As I'll say this to guys, take time to find your manhood. I think right now we're in desperate need of men to be men, right? We lose that influence, and sometimes it's and I say this like metaphorically. You have to find yourself in the wilderness. How to become a man? Like what does it take? And it's not easy. We're not.
How would you describe that? Like how would you describe figuring that out and becoming a man?
I mean, disciplines. You got to figure out. There's certain things. One of the things I lacked, and I was really bad to this day. Actually, I'm kind of still learning, was financially. I was really financially immature. I was just constantly spending dumb things. I was always in debt with something, just when you're in your 20s, you want to have fun, you go do stupid things, right? You're running up your credit card bill, you're like, I'll pay it off later on. And then you're like, oh, I better get another credit card to try to pay that one off. Like you just do dumb things. And I was really bad at that, but I didn't have like my dad and my father, biological father in my life to really teach me financial responsibility. And that's not a burn on him. It's just the cards that were dealt to us, And so for me, like I had to come to that Jesus moment to like, okay, Eli, what are your weaknesses? And be okay with like exposing myself.
Right.
And looking at things that you're uncomfortable with. Even like a small things, and this is not a burn on anybody, like your diet. Like I'm horrible at my diet, but I had to like really take a look at that. Like, man, am I just living to eat? That's all I do is I'll go to McDonald's to get a double cheese or a quarter pounder with cheese and a 20-piece nugget. I would
so
like,
good.
stomp that and do like nothing. Like I just love it, and then I regret it like 5 hours later.
Yeah.
But I would wake up just to go figure out like what the meal's gonna be. Instead of like going out for a run or going out enjoying nature. You find the immaturities in life. And then when I started figuring things out as far as like, man, I got to change this habit. I got to start doing this. I got to take this more seriously. I never thought that way. And then all of a sudden it was kind of organic. You just things like you start thinking certain ways that you were never thinking before. I'm a big movie buff. I have a ton of DVDs. I would just always buy. I would wait. Every Tuesday would be the new releases, right? So you would go buy the and I would just, especially when like Blu-ray and digital came out, I was like, oh, I'm going to be there.
That.
I was so
funny
into
that
it.
they still sell those at Target.
I trip out when I see them. I'm like, why? You can just download that, right? You can just go
But the crazy thing is they're always on sale. Like if like, oh, these are the last
because they're
ones we
desperate to
got.
sell it. Like,
Yeah.
buy me, please buy me. I'm like, already
have you ever gone to like Walmart and seen the
big old-
special,
the
bucket?
the Black Friday special? It's like buy one get like 20 free.
It's amazing that those things are still in existence. Like DVDs, I'm like, dude, that was
Like there's no DVD players anymore.
They came and went so fast.
Yeah. No, they did. When you think of like the Blu-ray area, the DVD era,
It was fast.
It was boom, gone. VHS, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rectangular things, right?
Yeah. VHS. I still have tapes.
Oh yeah.
And those are the classics. My kids. I want my kids to at least see one.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what Dad grew up on. I used to
You
get
remember
a fee.
the rewinders?
Yeah.
The little
The little cars,
rewinders?
the red Porsches, or
Yeah.
like a small little white one.
Yep.
Okay, you guys can watch it again.
I used to have one of those, but those were. I thought those were like a big part of my childhood.
Yeah.
But DVDs, I felt like they just came and went.
Yeah, that's-
and then obviously digital came in.
Internet.
Blockbuster.
I was thinking of Blockbuster.
I was
I used to go there.
faithful to Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Faithful.
Had a membership.
Friday nights was
Yes.
the spot.
Yes.
I would go get my
go pick up-
popcorn, overpriced
candy.
popcorn
Oh,
for
yeah.
dumb reasons.
Those little crunch bars too. Those,
Yes.
Do you remember those the oven top ones that they would sell there?
Oh, yeah,
Right?
you
So
had,
you
like-
just put them
yeah,
on there and they
yep.
pop up like crazy.
I
Like
was
a
so
little
faithful to
aluminum
Blockbuster,
thing.
and then I sold out because the one in Stockton closed down. No, it didn't close down. The one that I went to would get robbed all the time, and I was in there one time when it got robbed. So
You robbed it one time?
By CLT members.
Wow.
broke college
It was the Blockbuster in CLC.
We
He
opened
took
up
a whole
our own,
bunch of DVDs and just ran.
but then they opened up, I don't know if you guys had it out here, Hollywood Video.
No, they had one by Tomahawk Barbershop. They had one.
Sounds familiar.
there. For the long,
Or
no, the
Blockbuster?
Blockbuster.
It was similar to
for the
Blockbuster.
long-
Well, they
Yeah,
Hollywood,
I was
yeah.
like, so I converted and I went to Hollywood, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, that was it was a lot cleaner and more retro. So
No, it ended up going to Redbox. Remember
Redbox. Yeah.
Redbox?
They still have
You
Redbox.
still have
Redbox.
Redbox.
Yeah, outside Ralph's over there. On
yeah, I
Victoria.
saw it on
Yeah, Montalvo?
Montalvo. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I see it all the time. Like
Victoria.
who goes there?
Yeah, like
They have one in Walmart too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
they-
other one across the street.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm like, who is faithful to the Redbox?
Redbox. People that can't afford Netflix.
You're spending just as
I mean,
much.
yeah, you're spending just
You
as
know?
much.
You might as
Well,
well.
I remember when Netflix, it was only delivery. Like you would have to order it.
Yeah.
The DVD.
the DVDs.
That's how Netflix
Or like the
started.
machine. You know, there was just a
Really?
machine. And
No, well, even before that, you
Oh,
would
yeah,
go
yeah,
online.
You're right.
And when Netflix started, it was just you go online and they would
Order
just
the
bring a
movie.
category of movies and you would just order it and then it would
And
mail.
they would deliver.
They would deliver to you like within 2 days.
Yeah.
And then you had to mail it. You
had to
had to
mail
return
back.
it in a certain amount of days
Yeah.
too. And
So
then
crazy.
then they started downloading the videos and then Netflix became Netflix. But yeah, that was a fast.
The good old days.
fast
good old days, like
Good
2
old
years ago.
days.
Yeah.
You know? 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
2 years
It's not
ago.
even 2 years
Yesterday.
ago.
How long ago was that? Was that like 10 years ago, actually?
That must
Probably.
have been
Probably
10
10
years
years.
ago.
Yeah, yeah.
5 to 10.
Like early 2000s,
Netflix
late.
came
Nah,
out,
like
yeah,
10
late
years
2000s, maybe like 06.
Could
Yeah.
have been like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're probably in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, going back to it, you waited how long before you guys started having kids?
You said weighed in, like, oh, I weighed myself. Oh.
No,
Yeah, I
wait,
thought- I was-
wait.
How
I
much
thought
did
too.
you weigh when you had
Now-
children?
No, how
I'm
much
actually
did you weigh?
curious as to
I don't
that
care about
more
how long
than
you
how long
waited.
you-
How much did you
How much do
weigh?
you weigh right now?
How much do you weigh?
How long do we wait?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we had kids.
Right away?
I was out of control, so I'm gonna keep it at that.
All right.
I was out of control.
Was it at least in the year mark? Or
No, we got married. I'm free. I warned you. I'm hungry. Cookie Monster love cookies. Man, I'm glad it's not a church
And that's our
podcast.
sponsor, CLC.
we just keep throwing their ad in there.
Oh god, they're
We'll have
gonna
a
kill. They're
booth
gonna
next
kill me,
year.
dude. They're gonna kill me. if
They're
they
like,
ever see
that's
that.
the reason he didn't
This is
graduate.
why he's not walking back here. No, we got married
Landmark,
in September.
mark your land.
We got married in September of 2017, and then we ended up getting pregnant in February of 18.
Her or you?
Me.
Both.
Yes.
It's a team effort.
Nowadays, both of us can do it. I guess
Yeah.
so.
In California,
I know,
it's both.
Both. Yes. Yeah. You can't be discriminating against me.
Right, right,
No. Then we had Nick, and then we had Bella in 2020, and then Matthias this past year. So yeah,
Any more?
they're all 2 years
Apart.
yeah,
yeah.
which is kind
Do
of
you,
nice.
do you guys want any more?
No, I think we're done, dude.
You're done?
Yeah, it's like 3. An even number would be cool. in a
Sure, just
sense.
wait.
Yeah,
How old
one
is the youngest?
No, I'm not gonna say it. Dude. Like, no way. I'm not speaking anything into
Is that
existence.
1 year old? 1 more year with?
No way, dude. No, like we
I
actually
feel the
talked about
presence
it.
of the Lord. 2 years.
No prophecy.
Two more years.
I'll
Can't have
sock you.
odd. You have
I'm
to
gonna
have
come
the-
up to you and
I'll
sock you like you jerk.
Yeah.
No, we talked about it. Like we had a pretty serious talk. Like, are we
Yeah.
gonna do this again? You know, because we love kids, dude.
Yeah.
Like my kids, man. I always just telling you earlier, like we get no sleep, but I wouldn't trade this life for anything.
Right.
Single life's great,
Amen.
bro. But when you become a dad, man, it's just it's like the best thing ever, bro.
Nice.
It's the best thing ever.
Can I just say something? I love your children. For Mother's Day, like I had them, like I was helping one of the sisters to like bring them up there, and they had the signs and stuff. Like Bella, and then what's your boy's name?
Nick.
Nick. Yeah, they were just so like I don't know. They
I
were just
was
standing
shocked
there.
that you guys pulled that off.
Yeah, no, they did
Because
great.
that was the first time. Nick's not really like
Yeah.
his attention span's really like short, and so I thought, okay,
He would've just
he's
kinda,
gonna
like,
he's gonna
whatever.
jump off.
No, Nick's your son.
He's
For
gonna
sure.
jump off the platform any second now, or he was gonna like throw the like the
that
M
sign thing?
Yeah, he was just gonna throw it,
Yeah.
And then knowing that Bella went in there, Maya, I give a shout out to Maya. She really helped them,
Yeah,
stay
Maya was helping your
focused.
daughter, yeah.
But the fact that you guys got him up there, I was like so proud. I'm like, dude, they deserve an offering for this because my kids are not, they're babies still, and they just want to play and have fun.
Yeah,
you
no.
know?
And
They're
they
great
did it
kids,
so
they're great.
synchronized too. I don't know if you
Yeah.
noticed when I know Sister Erica was like, okay, now it's time, but it's like you just see it and it's like boom. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I can read it now. That's actually cool.
Those are words.
and they're
Okay.
like little kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
they-
yeah, it
worked
took
out
4 hours to teach him. 4 years.
to teach them to just do this.
Yeah, just
yeah. No, my kids, they're awesome, man. You know, we would love another one in the sense, but I think we're at a place in life where it's like, you know, we want to focus on now growing the family.
That's good.
Right.
You know, the next season of our life and stuff like that. So we want to, you know, buy a home and all these different things. So our focus now is just maintaining what God's given us and,
Right.
you know,
good.
grow from there. Yeah. But if your prophecy comes through, I'm not going to, you know, be mad at it. I'll be mad at you, but I won't be mad at the baby.
I'll pay child support even though it's not my child.
Yes,
Knowing that
I will be taking you to court.
He prophecied. There's the video.
There's the video. We have evidence.
We have evidence.
Season 4, was it season 5?
five.
Episode 4.
It's by season 8 that happens.
Dang, dude.
Like, Alex, pay up. Like only $1 though.
And we're still getting sued by CLC.
Oh man!
And we gotta go.
And with our sponsor, CLC. No.
Shout out to Olivia. Olivia just graduated. Yeah. So
Congrats.
She just graduated. So good things come out of CLC.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Don't bash my church.
No, I was
Not him though.
Not me though. No way.
That's why
That's all right.
they exiled him, and now they're letting him back.
Excommunicado.
Excommunicado.
No, that's great though.
Do you think you'd move back?
You know, we actually we've been thinking about it recently, like just the way of pricing of houses
Cheaper
out
over
here.
there, for sure, huh?
I mean, California's just always going to be expensive, you know.
yeah.
But like when you go into like the Central Valley, like San Joaquin Valley, it's just cheaper. You know, obviously you get the valley heat, you know, all that stuff. But we found a 3-bedroom house. It was for rent, but it was only $1,800.
Oh, that's
and
not
I'm like,
bad,
dude,
yeah.
out here, dude,
3-bedroom.
You get a
that's
box
not even.
out
That's
here.
barely a 1-bedroom. You know, and right now my old apartment that I just moved out of, I was paying. God bless us there. I was paying $1,300 for a 2-bedroom, and that was like it's unheard of in Ventura, unheard of, and it's in Montalvo too.
Yeah.
You know, but when we moved out, they raised it to like $2,100.
Yeah, they skyrocket.
And that's still kind of low for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, and
And how much
so,
you want to bet they just like shampooed the carpet?
Oh, that's all they did. They just
Okay.
painted the walls.
Paint.
You know, it's
Boom.
and now that I'm in property management, like I see like how easy it is,
How
just
it
like
is- yeah,
you know, just
so
cover it with paint, cover it
Flip
with
it.
paint. You
Let's
know,
go.
Yeah.
and you know, thankfully now that I'm doing property management, we're able to save the rent. You know,
Yeah, that's
not
good.
Pay rent and you know get out of debt and do what we got to do to move forward.
You know, speaking of property management, do you remember Seabreeze?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's your property manager there?
it was you.
That's right, bro.
Okay, hold
That was
on.
me.
Hold on. Let me correct this. He
Go
wasn't
ahead.
my boss. I was filling in for him when he was out calling sick.
That's right.
Oh,
All right, that's
They
he was
bring you out.
overeating the night before and he couldn't get out of bed, so that's what happened.
Yeah.
He wasn't my boss.
And it was funny. This guy really wanted overtime. This guy really wanted, like, I would see his what was it, like, you would put your
Time
timesheet. I'm like, overtime? Decline. Like, what's this guy?
Decline.
Decline. So,
And you're fired.
like, yeah, no. He's
How,
like,
how do you like? Because you weren't always doing property management, right?
No.
Like, yeah, I think I went. Like when I first met you, where were you? You were. It was a store with a red shirt.
I was a senior manager for
Radio
Fast
Shack.
Food
Radio Shack. That's
yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had like 4 stores.
Wow, that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
It was
I mean, they weren't
Yeah.
my stores, but I would manage the stores.
Because wasn't Jake?
Jake was
working
with
with
I
you?
got Jake. Yeah, I got
Jake.
Jake.
You got Jake. the
Radio
job there,
Shack.
Radio
Are those still open?
No, they're
No.
gone.
Oh, dude. My store actually in this area, my store was the last store to close.
No way.
Yeah.
Is that in Oxnard?
No, Ventura.
Ventura.
It was right next to Winco.
There was
So
one in
there's
Oxnard,
like
though.
Yeah.
there's
There
like
was
two.
one.
There's 2. There's one
Yeah,
on Vineyard,
I remember
one on
Oxnard
Saviors, and these were the stores that I helped manage.
Wow.
You had the
Wow.
one in, like, the Avenue, or one of the ones that you had was in the Avenue, right?
That was one of them.
Ventura.
Yeah, and then I had, but my main store was the one by
By
Winco.
the Winco. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So like I remember when Winco wasn't even open yet. It was just they just framed
Getting
it,
it, wow.
and then Chick-fil-A opened up. I was like, oh, dude, this. I'm never gonna quit this job. you
Yeah.
know? It was a chill. I loved Radio Shack. It was I got paid really good there, and I didn't do nothing there. I played with toys all day and watched movies. You know, like I literally.
I know they had some cool stuff.
They had
there,
cool-
like
they had cool-
little
yeah,
it was
robot
like random-
toys
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
little
All technology,
drones and stuff like that.
iPods, right?
Yeah,
The
and they, had
MP3 players.
they moved into like the wireless area where it's like cell phones and stuff, but they just couldn't keep up with the times. That's what it was. They were stuck in like the 80s and 90s, and they just thought that couldn't last. And I'm like, dude, we're going digital. Like you got to catch up with the times. You know, it was a bummer to see it close out, but it was a cool experience. But I've always been in management.
Yeah.
All my careers I've been in has been in management. So property management was new in the sense of working in property management, but not management. But I will say it is.
How did you like the industry? Because I feel like almost actually, with the exception of Alex, I think we've all, like a lot of the people that I brought onto the podcast, they've been in the property management industry. How was it when you got in? Like, how did you see it?
I hope no one sees this from my company, but I hated it. I hated the going in because there was no training. It was like figure it out, look at old emails, and I mean,
literally
shout out to your
training.
sister, dude.
That's the training.
Saudi's really saved my butt.
Yeah.
Like she would come out to my property, like help me out. Like God bless her, because I probably would have quit. 'Cause I literally went in there blind, not knowing anything. It's just managerial, like how to like just manage a property. Like I could do that, but like the paperwork, the things behind it, research, all that stuff, I had no clue what that was.
Research.
And it's like you have to be, especially I do fair housing and tax credit and stuff. So you deal with housing, Section 8, all that stuff. So you got to be on certain things to make sure they can keep their housing and stuff like that. And I still have not been trained. Like Saudi's teaching me little by little, which has time. She'll come out there. So I'm just like, some days I'm like, but I do a senior property, dude. And bro, when I say
senior living's another thing, man.
Dude, it is. So I just got a letter yesterday from some of the tenants that got together and like started like.
Oh, they made a union.
They made a little church, right? And they sent. I don't know if they sent it or they interviewed somebody or whatever it was, but they had someone from the city come, like an advocate, to come out, and they just like said all these like weird complaints about me, right? And there are like rules that are been in place before I even got there that were just never implemented. So now that someone's there and implementing rules, and they're not literally unreasonable rules at all. Like one of them is like you just can't smoke in your unit or on the property. You got to smoke away from the entrance, at least 20 feet. Like that's like I think a state of California.
Yeah, you're supposed to smoke. If you're going to be smoking, it has to be 25 feet away from any actual structure.
Yeah.
Or a non-smoke or a
non-smoking area.
Non-smoking.
Yeah. And they like, man, they're going crazy over that, right? Another one was they took away our drop box to drop off like the rent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I guess our company, they were dealing with like people stealing whatever theft.
Okay.
Yeah,
so across the board, they just said close your drop box. So I had one on my door. My maintenance guy had like seal it and stuff like that. Dude, they went ballistic over that. And so like the letter, it's like that I'm an unreasonable manager. I'm mean.
Yeah. They're thinking you're the one setting those rules.
Yeah, and I've explained to many of them like, dude, it's not me. Like I wish I could take it back. The drop box for me was convenient.
Yeah.
Now I gotta like make set appointments for them. And like it's more work for me. And dude, it's like one lady got upset that I told her to pick up her dog's mess. Like she'll take him for a walk, and he'll like go like right in our entrance. And she'll pick it up, but the stain is still there. And I'm like, dude, you got to clean that.
Yeah.
And she's
nothing.
like, I'm 70 years old. I'm like, well, get rid of your dog then if you can't take care of it,
Yeah.
And I feel bad, but at the same time, it's like, it's the rules that the property has in state, not me. They're not my rules, but they some of them hate my guts. If I've been cussed out already, one person spit on my shoe. And these are old people. They're not like
shoe. Did they finish cleaning it? Or
I wish. I'm like, can you polish it?
Yeah, at that point.
But I mean, they're bad,
Wow,
dude. And I didn't think that you would think they'd be more reserved, like kind of private. And some are. Majority of them are.
Yeah.
But it's just those ones that are really entitled. Them, they do not like. They don't play games, dude. You mess with their stuff, it's on like Donkey Kong, man. They have no shame in their game.
You don't mess with their bingo night.
It's always the management companies that do those rules, and then it's like all you can do is, it's part of my job.
You're literally the
reinforce
middleman.
it.
You're just the middleman.
When I first started off in property management as a porter, a lot of the things they gave me a notebook and they're like, okay, everyone with Christmas lights on their patios, write them up. They're gonna get a write up. First notice, second notice, we charge them, I think $25 or something like that to their rent. And I was like, what? Like, are you serious? And then they're like, yeah. And like,
what was it?
It's like, it's barely like January.
What was it? They just didn't want Christmas lights up? Was it?
It was like for some reason it just didn't look appropriate for the property when they were
Probably
walking
the owners were
something
Jews or
that.
something like that.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was like other stuff like awnings that they put on or tiki things that they put
you're
around.
not
Was it an HOA or what? You didn't have any
No,
decorations? or anything like
it
that?
was the management company that they just wanted everything. Like you couldn't have plants on top of the patio if you were gonna have them. They had to be inside. If
Nothing
it was like
to be
a
Like you can't have
charcoal
anything
grill,
dangling off.
like
the,
dangling off the patio.
Off the,
Oh, okay. So like the
Different
Christmas
management
lights.
companies to have different
Yeah,
rules.
yeah.
But all you can do is like enforce it. I mean, that's all you can really
That's literally
do.
what your
But
job is. It's
you're
just,
the
Yeah, you
you're the
enforce
you're
them.
the bad guy
You're
in
the-
the situation.
yeah, you look bad no matter
look
what.
bad.
Because you're the face of the company.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's even worse for Eli because, you're like
Yeah.
The
dealing
manager.
with old people, you know?
No, yeah, and I hate saying old people, like our elders, but
Elders,
but
yeah.
these ones are like
They're geezers.
They're bad. They're entitled. That's what it is,
Yeah.
and it's hard because I think like the older you get, you kind of want respect,
Right.
like from
Right.
especially someone younger, and I get that. I totally get it. And I've been very respectful. Like if you know me, I know how to play the game very well. Like, yes sir, no ma'am, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment like I got cussed out, spit on, it was fair game. I'm like, no, now I'm right.
He's over here spitting back.
Please, spit on both.
Kicking their cane.
Rolling
that
them
poop
down like,
like
"Rah,
I
good
thought
luck,
you were gonna
guys."
say like canine. I was like,
He starts removing the tennis balls from the walkers.
oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
turn on the sprinklers while they're walking by.
Turn off their water. It's like
Turn off
weird.
their water. Oh man.
No, it's but you got to be patient with them.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
You do have to have, especially with senior living, you have to have patience with them. If not, you're gonna quit. It's but it's like I think I was telling you, I just want to pay my dues, and like I've always been interested in property management. So I wanted to see like where can I go with this, because I know people that make really good money off property management, especially when you get into the leasing part of it. Like if you can lease like
Commission.
Yeah.
the commission of it. Like I know people that make really good money. So we'll see where it goes. If this is something that's long term, that'd be cool. If not, whatever God has next.
Dude, I
Yeah,
remember back
cool.
in the day there were some property management companies that would do, I think it was like 150 per lease or something like that.
Yeah.
Man, it was good. I was like, dang, that was like
It was in Essex.
Graystar, I think
Graystar,
it was at the time.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, there
So
was
if
just,
you
like,
rented out an apartment, you would get 150?
but you'd get like 7 rentals in a month,
Oh, then yeah.
or even more if you were like
I could
really
do a
on
week.
top of it. Yeah, I mean, if he could probably.
I could do
I
it.
don't know about that. Can you do it?
I could do it a week. If they're available.
If they're available,
They're available.
dude.
I'll take one from you.
You seem something
yeah.
I would buy something from.
Oh, absolutely.
Whether it's
I think
legal, whatever it is, I'll buy it.
Whatever it is, I'll find a way to. You obviously you won't even need it. Like, I already have a house, but you need this apartment. Like,
You know what?
You know.
I like you, Danny.
Yeah,
I'll
like
take
that.
it.
You know
I'll
what?
take it.
Yeah. Sign me up for 2 apartments.
I'll take 2.
I'll take 2.
And then Alex is over here writing them up.
All right.
The Christmas lights are still on there. It's January 1st, sir.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, no, it's cool though. It's it's a rent-free apartment. You can't ask for anything better.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Amen to that.
Especially right now.
Oh yeah, totally, man. It's ridiculous right now. Prices are just. I feel like California's been set up to fail. Like you to fail.
Yeah.
They don't like give us any. Not you.
You're
not wrong. Because you're right here. That's why I keep like for us to fail. All right. Like they set us up for failure. Like there's no way. You think of like just a single family home. You have to make, like I was reading like out here like Ventura area, you have to make over, I think, 100,000 to barely make it.
Yeah.
Like to barely make it.
It's
ridiculous.
It's California in itself is a 2-person income.
for
like
yeah. Unless you have your own
living.
business and you're thriving, like you can go one, but you have to have your own business.
Yeah.
Right.
And like my stepdad, we have an HVAC business, which I grew up in, and he's very successful with it. He makes very good money. So my mom, she's just loving life. But if not, they would be both working and they're getting older. They're up in age now, and it's like, dude, there's no way you can just live off,
one income.
going to like working at Vons and be like, oh, we're good. Back in the day, that was the thing. Like you can work at Vons and be fine. Now it's like you have to work at Vons, you have to work at
Walmart,
you gotta
Lowe's,
like
You
CVS.
gotta get
have like
multiple
8
jobs.
jobs.
Yeah.
And you're still late on your credit card bill.
Yeah, no, it's that's why you see so many people live
And
in
you
one
gotta
house.
donate blood or
Yeah,
not
no,
donate,
seriously,
sell
you
it.
gotta sell a
Roommates
leg
and stuff.
Yeah,
Sell leg.
that's why you have so many people live in one house.
Yep.
They rent rooms out now.
It is sad.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The
man.
house hacking, where it's like you buy a house, rent out 3 rooms, and it's like it pays for itself.
pretty
I guess you could
much.
say.
Yeah, that's
But
insane.
still, it's like you still
Down
have to
to do
have
that.
that money to buy the house.
Yeah, but then you're like giving up privacy because you have to
Yeah.
rent with like 3 or 2 other families, and it's just
Exactly.
kind
it's
of
hard. Yeah, it's super hard, man.
Yeah, you're right. California is an expensive state,
Yeah.
and
That's why you see so many Californians like moving to like
Texas.
Dude,
Washington.
I was watching this thing that it said that LA was the city that lost the most amount of people, I think,
During the
during the
pandemic?
because they
pandemic.
died.
Oh, I believe that.
Because so many people were moving to
Down
Phoenix, Arizona,
Texas.
to
Yeah.
Texas, to Washington, to Oregon,
Canada.
Like, just,
No,
I wouldn't doubt it.
People were moving
Sure.
to Canada or even like other countries.
Except for that healthcare. It's horrible.
in Canada.
Oh yeah, it takes like
Isn't
2
it
years
free?
to get.
It's free.
It's free, but it
But
takes
it's
like 2
horrible.
years to get an appointment.
Yeah, it's
Really?
horrible. It's free, but it's
Oh, I thought it was good. Like
you're better off with Kaiser over here.
Yeah,
I
Just
love
give you
Kaiser.
bleach here. Just take this.
yeah.
Take this, you should be good.
Like,
At least
you
you
have
got attended.
You have to almost be dying over there to
Yeah.
get
Canada.
attention.
No, I didn't know. I thought it was just like
It is free,
I
right?
hear
It is
it like
free.
it's free, and I was like, oh,
It is.
like this is where you want to come to get healthcare.
Yeah.
you know.
That's
But
what I
I hear
thought, too.
people that I have a friend. He has dual citizenship,
Mm.
Oh.
and he just goes out there for medical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Smart.
Yeah,
You're not
so-
paying for anything.
Well, I mean, like that's why a lot of people go to like do surgeries and like other stuff
Mexico.
in Mexico.
Oh, you still got to pay for that though.
But
Well,
it's
it's way
cheaper.
cheaper.
But it's
way
cheaper.
cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American.
I think I knew
healthcare.
I knew someone that had braces, and they went to Mexico to take them off because it was like way cheaper than do it over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like I think Kaz was telling me that she got braces, and they in total it was like well over $6,000
Here.
here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was like, huh? Like
And over there,
what?
how much was it?
In Mexico,
Well,
it's
I
like
don't know. I don't know.
6 pesos.
He's
And a
like
chicle.
$6,000 pesos. 6,000 pesos.
You just have to give them a
That
tooth
comes out
and
to
then
what,
they'll
like
do it
Yeah,
for
give-
free.
$300
I mean,
bucks?
it's you.
You just bring your own braces; they'll
Yeah.
install them for you.
That's hilarious. That would be funny.
Imagine.
Train tracks.
It's
Buy
probably
your own
one
They're my
third of the
sisters,
price.
but
though.
they should fit.
Hand-me-downs.
Hand-me-down.
Hand-me-downs. They're just zippers. They're just zippers. Like, just using them like that.
Oh man.
With a hot glue gun.
Whatever works, I guess. Yeah.
All right. As we're getting closer to ending, any last questions for dear old Eli here?
I've got a very, very serious one.
I don't anything you say I don't take seriously. So if it's not serious, I'm gonna be really mad at you.
It's gonna be serious.
No, it's
I want you to look at the camera.
nah.
Just look at the
camera.
camera real quick.
Look at the camera, but listen to him.
Yeah, look at the
focus
No, I
camera.
want to
on
look
me.
at you.
But
No,
focus
look
on
at
me.
the camera. Listen to me,
Okay,
but like face Alex.
But focus
that's
on
a lot
me.
of work.
Yeah,
What do you want me
and
to
then
do?
turn your head slightly towards.
Just say your actual question.
All right, my question for Eli. Why are your pants so tight? No, I'm just kidding. What actually? How'd you cut your thumb?
The pact.
Like, what
I
happened?
was on. I was cutting onions.
Were you actually?
Yeah, I was making dinner.
Did you cry before or after the cut?
I didn't cry at all. I didn't cry at all.
You sure?
Promise.
He wasn't cutting onions. He cut his thumb, obviously.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
With an onion.
either he cried because of the cut, or he cried because of the.
Or he was
of
crying
onions.
because he cut the onion.
Yeah, or he was crying already, like watching Moana or something.
I don't watch Moana. I
What
watch like
do you
I
watch?
watch Family Matters.
Family Matters.
What's that?
Home
That is. Home what?
Home improvement.
Home Improvement?
You don't know Family Matters?
Mm-mm.
Do you
Family-
remember
which one's Family
Yeah, yeah.
What's that
With
about?
the
Remember?
3 different families, right?
I feel like that's not it.
You guys, wait, hold on.
Oh, wait,
does Joe know
I
what
remember
Family
Home
with the dog?
Improvement.
Family Matters is the one with the dog.
It's not with
Stewie? Or
no.
no?
That's
That's Family Guy.
Family Guy.
I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't know Family Matters.
Guy, I'm aging myself
Oh
now.
no,
for sure.
it's with
Oh, it's
the
old.
Oh, it's an older one.
the little.
Okay, no.
No,
All right.
Okay, do you guys remember TGIF lineup?
The restaurant? Or-
I got lost in Family Matters.
This is where I feel bad for
it's
your
from
guys'
1980.
generation. I'm surprised you don't remember this.
How old is it?
The 90s.
It is the 90s. No, it is the
okay.
90s.
Are you still watching it?
TGIF lineup. It was Full House. You guys remember Full House?
I remember
Yeah,
Full
okay,
House.
yeah, there we go.
San
Then
Francisco.
you had
San Francisco. Like,
It was the house that was full.
you had Family Matters, which Steve Urkel.
Oh,
Did I do that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that-
You had-
the
you
glasses,
had-
the dad was
overalls.
the dad was a cop.
Cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
had Step
yeah.
by Step, which probably you don't remember that one.
That's Step Brothers.
No,
No.
Step by Step.
What's that?
You had it was another show. Then you had like Boy Meets World.
I remember that.
one, yeah.
It was called literally the TGIF lineup, and it was every Friday night, and they would go
And
back
it'll
to
be
back
that
shows.
order. Okay.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was that order.
That's all Disney Channel, right?
It was like Warner Brother Disney.
So what's
okay,
Home
okay.
Improvement?
Home
That was
Improvement.
with,
That's with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Where they had like the Tool Time.
Tool time. There were carpenters.
They were just like
Handyman.
Yeah, the handyman.
Oh, handyman.
Because
Yeah.
they did a little bit of everything.
I need,
and they
I
had
need
a show.
picture.
They're
I
like
need a
contractors.
picture.
They had a show in the show.
Yeah.
I need a picture. They
I
had a
always-
show
I always
in the
thought-
show?
It
Yeah.
saddens me for your generation.
I always thought for some reason, like in my head, was
It's old.
he's connected with Home Depot. I don't know why. In my head, like I always think like he's connected to Home Depot for some reason.
This is.
But it was a good show. It was like funny,
no,
like
it's funny.
a family
It's very
show,
very clean show.
but it also had like, I guess you could say a little bit of like education into the trade or trades.
Said
Yeah.
Family Matters.
Yeah.
Home
No,
Improvement.
Home Improvement was
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
yeah.
one.
having a good reception here.
See, I was thinking it was like the Home Improvement Brothers, like they
Oh no, that's
fixer
that's
uppers.
Property Brothers, and they don't they sell the houses. They don't fix them.
That's on TLC.
Home Improvement.
Weird. It's
Man,
weird how
that-
you
this-
know. that.
Oh,
I used to watch it.
okay.
Sad is
yeah,
Property
yeah,
Brothers?
Yeah, the
I
twin-
know
they're
this
twins,
one.
right?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
this one. I've seen this
There
one.
you go.
Yeah,
yeah.
see, I don't know why I thought that
Yeah.
logo was like
It does
Home
look-
Depot.
It does kind of look like
It
Home
does-
Depot.
it
Home
kind of gives
Depot,
that,
huh?
that
Home
feel.
Depot,
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
Man, you guys are missed out. Those are a good childhood.
What are you
days.
talking about? We watched those.
Yeah, we see it.
You gotta
yeah,
remember them.
saw
We
it.
didn't know
I just
about
don't remember the like.
Family Matters.
My
We
memory
were
is a
like
blur.
babies when we were watching that.
My memory is a blur.
You guys remember the
old.
Cosby Show?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm
Bill
just an
Cosby?
old-
Cosby Show.
I was a Cosby
Yeah.
Show.
Cosby Show.
Fresh
We're not
Prince.
supposed to watch that anymore.
Yes.
King and Queen.
King of Queens. Love
that
that
was-
show.
That was
a
actually
good show.
Doug
You have to
Heffernan.
have his
King of
humor.
Queens.
You have to have his humor.
Doug
to like that
Heffernan.
show.
Yeah.
What's his name? James.
James. Kevin James.
Kevin
Kevin
James.
James.
Kevin
Yeah,
James.
yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah.
That's
Great.
hilarious.
Mall Cop.
Arthur.
Mall Cop.
Yeah, that's
Paul
a good
Blart?
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
All
You
Blur.
know, I think it's Blake Clark. The guy that
Clark Blake.
it might be.
Nah, I don't know.
I didn't
It's
know
like-
either Clark Blake or Blake Clark, but he plays in all Adam Sandler's movies. He's like the coach from Waterboy that was like he lives around
With
the
him?
corner from Montalvo.
Oh, really?
Oh,
No
really?
way.
Yeah, I see him at Ralph's all the time.
What?
So he bought a house. We were at the Habit in Oxnard one time, and Judah was trying to pull out a chair, and we're sitting outside, and this gentleman like goes to help him, and we're like sitting like a couple feet away, and I look up, and I blanked on his name, but I was like. You're a yeah, yeah, because I didn't know his name.
Oh my
He
God.
answered the same way.
He did. He did his voice, and I was like, I just starstruck. And I have a picture. Me and Becky took a picture with him, and then we're like, "What are you doing in Oxnard?" Like it was like a random spot in Oxnard, And he was like, "Oh, we're looking to buy a house either somewhere around from Ventura to Santa Barbara." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And that was a couple years back. And then about 2 or 3 years ago, I was at Ralph's, and I just see him, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, is that?"
Tasmanian
Like
devil.
it just looked from a distance. I didn't realize who it was. I got closer. I was like, "Oh, dude!" And so I said hello to him, and I said, "I saw you a couple." I act like you remember me. Like, do you remember when we had the habit together? And then he was like, "No, yeah, we bought a house around." So dude, this is so bad. I followed him to see like where he lived.
No way.
'Cause I'm like, where? But it's like those houses are nice up.
Yeah,
there,
up
you
on the
know?
hill, right?
Shout
Yeah,
out
yeah,
Blake Clark.
yeah. And
Clark
so
Blake.
he lives like literally like
Right behind Ralph's, right there.
like on those hills up there.
He lives right
the nice
behind.
houses. up
yeah.
there.
No, yeah,
On the
not
top?
like where the park's at. No, but like they're the older houses.
Okay, the much
Yeah,
older ones.
yeah,
but they're
but
still
they're
big,
like-
right?
Yeah, they're not. They're big
Okay.
houses. Yeah, but it's just like a trip that he lives like right there, like
Not that far, yeah.
right next to
right
Montalvo,
next-
out of all
yeah.
places, you know.
Montalvo, I know,
Yeah.
right?
You
Yeah.
know what's weird? The fact that there's actually a lot of like famous people that live in these areas.
Well, yeah, like
it's always
Kevin
tricky.
Costner.
Kevin Costner has a house in Ventura. Oh, he's from Ventura.
He's from Ventura. He went to Ventura High.
Yeah.
And I think he lives in Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
or
now
Montecito.
Montecito, he has
Yeah.
a home. He was actually selling it.
Yeah, he actually opened up. What's that restaurant on Main Street? The Mexican one.
Rub fish and vino.
No, that's not Mexican.
Is that Mexican?
Where everyone goes dancing upstairs and
Oh, Limón
Limón
yeah,
San.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, it was like
Not that we've ever done that, but
Danny has.
I haven't done that.
I've seen
I've
that.
actually been curious to like go in there, but like I feel like a sinner going in there.
It's no. It's I mean,
Like I want to
it's
see
a
it because like there's
restaurant.
also like that terrace or something up there.
yeah, there's
terrace.
Like a little-
It's not a terrace.
Oh.
Like,
I think
there's
like it's more of a patio.
Is
Yeah.
it patio?
Yeah.
Oh, so you've been in there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I went in there for the lemon and I stayed for the salad.
Wait for the limón.
Like, where are those lemons at? Where are they at?
Where are they at? Okay, I'll
I
take
heard there was lemons here.
Before it was that restaurant, it was like some like
Another restaurant, right?
Yeah,
Like
it-
Italian or
No,
Greek?
no, it was like a bar and grill kind of. But
Okay.
that was it.
Yeah.
He owned it.
Oh.
Yeah, and then he sold it and
It became Limón San.
Lemon and salt.
yeah.
Lemon and salt.
I think originally it was like a bank or something.
It was.
Yeah,
because
before
it
that.
was, it was in the movie Swordfish. With John Travolta, Halle Berry, like where the bus like goes through the bank. That's Main Street.
No
there.
way.
Yeah, so if you guys go watch it, you'll see like
Trippy.
Ventura right there on Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other movies were in Ventura?
I know there was one. in-
Bridesmaids.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh yeah, Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids was
They filmed a lot of that on Victoria.
Yeah.
Victoria.
And then there was a
Wait, what, Bridesmaids.
No, yeah, Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids. Yeah.
I'm going to blank on that one.
Victoria and
it's the
Gonzalez.
one
no,
with, like-
what's in Bright?
It's literally all the bridesmaids.
McCarthy, that lady, the
Yeah,
the big girl. who's-
Susan
yes. Oh, that was on Main Street.
yeah.
they
no,
filmed-
Victoria.
Yeah.
Victoria. They filmed a lot of those scenes on Victoria.
I
Like
got
Teal
it.
Club Road and Gonzalez and all those cross streets, like they filmed out in the fields over there.
I gotta go watch it now.
Yeah.
What about Ace Ventura?
Ace Ventura as well. There was Little
Yeah.
Miss
Are you for real?
Sunshine.
Yeah,
No.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Little
in-
Miss Sunshine.
behind the
Jim
pier,
Carrey
right
was-
next to
the pier in downtown Ventura.
Crown Plaza.
Little Miss Sunshine.
parking
That's
lot.
what it was. Little Miss
Aaron
Sunshine.
Brockovich.
Which is that one?
Aaron Brockovich was
Bogdan
with Julia
Bogdanovich?
Roberts.
Oh.
She was like a lawyer, and it's literally she was like all like the restaurant on Main Street. It's a breakfast place right on Main Street, like Cafe 26 or something like that. It's to the right on Main Street, like when you pass the mall.
Allison's Cafe.
It's
Allison's Cafe.
Kitchen 216 or something
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So they filmed in there. They filmed in the apartments right behind, like right across the street from the mall. But matter of fact, my dad, we're still living out here when they filmed it. They called him for an emergency call to do someone's air conditioning went out on someone's trailer, and it was actually her trailer.
Oh yeah.
He came out like at
really?
midnight to fix it, and she was like in her trailer. And I was like,
In her pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the AC to turn on.
yeah, right.
Or no
but yeah,
pajamas.
that movie was made out of Ventura too. A lot of movies are made in Ventura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or recently there was one with Denzel Washington on the 33. I forgot what it was.
Book
It
of
was like
Eli?
a crime. What?
What?
Equalizer.
No, not the Equalizer.
He's like, yes,
I know it was John Wick.
I said Book of Eli.
Book of
Book of
Eli.
Eli.
that's a good movie, bro.
That is a good
Don't
movie.
diss
It's a good
that
movie.
Yeah.
That's my movie.
That's good.
I didn't know that. I'm gonna burn it out, but I didn't know he was blind the entire movie.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Well, you know,
Well, the
I don't
movie's
think a lot
about
of people did.
the movie's about Stevie Wonder, right?
I thought he just looked cool with the glasses. I didn't know he was like actually like.
Well, same thing with Blade Runner, right?
Blade Runner.
Is he
Wait, what?
blind? He's blind.
No.
Oh no. I thought you meant he was black. Yeah.
No, he's just evading.
Nobody said anything
the
about
IRS.
black.
Oh, you were talking about Denzel Washington and the guy that plays
Blade Runner.
Blade
they,
Runner.
they both have
That's
shades
different guy.
on.
That's that
Blade
one
Runner's
guy.
not-
Blade Runner's not even Denzel. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
Blade
that's-
Runner or Blade? 'Cause Blade
What's
is
the difference? What's the
There's
difference?
Blade
difference.
Runner is
someone that
a-
kills vampires.
Yeah, that's-
and then
that's the
Blade
guy I'm talking
Runner
about.
was like a race.
Yeah.
like with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, you said
really?
Blade
Yeah.
Runner.
Oh, okay. Well, I was talking about Blade.
and it was a white dude and a
vampire.
black dude.
yeah.
Blade
Oh,
was
you're
the black dude.
thinking of Men in Black. I'm talking about Blade. Blade had the shades on.
Yeah, but you
Yes.
said Blade
Yeah.
Runner.
Blade.
He was blind, wasn't he?
No,
No,
No.
I never saw him take the shades off.
because that was his cool.
He
thing.
does take him off.
He does.
thing.
he does
Yeah.
take him off, but
Even
he
Book
was,
of Eli, Denzel Washington takes
They
off.
never
his-
take that.
Yeah,
No, he does not until
No.
the end.
Yeah.
until towards
Not
the
until
end.
the end.
And that's when you know
realize
he's
that's when
blind.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
Blind.
blind this whole time.
Yeah, it's because you were blind too.
Yeah.
Now you can see.
You didn't have your glasses when
like-
you were watching it.
Oh yeah.
A lot
I'm
of people
over
don't
here
know
reading
that
the
movie
book.
actually means the book of God.
The
Oh,
Bible.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
the Bible, right?
Because that's what it's based on.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
Bible.
there's no Bibles around, and like,
And he has the only
He has the last
copy.
Translated.
yeah. Well, he memorized it.
Yeah, because
Oh,
he
right, 'cause
loses
it was
it.
in Braille.
He
It's
loses
Braille.
it.
Yeah, it's Braille, yeah.
And
Yeah.
he loses it at the end. And
No.
then he,
Oh, no, yeah, they do
'cause
lose- yeah.
He regurgitates what he read.
Regurgitate.
Regurgitate.
Why do you use that?
Whoa.
He's trying to use big words and he
You guys
uses
don't know what
regurgitate.
regurgitate
Yes.
means?
Regurgitate. That's regurgitate.
But I don't think
He
it goes
didn't throw it
with
up,
that
though.
Throw it
sentence.
up.
You
You
never,
would say
you never like study for a
repeats.
test real quick and then regurgitate what you took.
I wouldn't
No.
say that
No.
though.
No.
You wouldn't say
Oh
that.
man,
sense.
you guys are uneducated.
That's
He quoted the Bible. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
there
he
you go. Quoted.
regurgitated.
reciprocated.
he
Maybe you can
literally had a
reciprocate.
Memorize and
scene.
repeat it.
He
I
laid
would say
down on the
memorize.
couch like this, and he just was like this, and he was.
He
like,
did
in the
not.
yes, he was.
There was scenes where he was just walking around looking into the distance where he was blind.
Well, yeah. No, he
Regurgitating
was
the
not
Bible.
right.
Watch
Bro,
it
he
at
goes,
home
go and watch Book of Eli. Make your own assumptions.
Yeah.
Say, watch him regurgitate the
The
word of God.
And we'll end it. We're gonna end it right there with the word regurgitate.
Oh, God.
Sponsored by Christian Life Center.
Yeah. CLC.
CLC will have our booth.
Landmark.
Catch
We'll
us
have
there.
our booth.
We'll have our booth there.
Yeah. Wingman Industries.
Green Man Industries.
We'll be there.
Camelon 2050.
Regurgitate.